We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of. We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of. Yeah, this is Everton Blender, and it's all about the young police from Jamaica. Seeing Young Police Channel. Big up yourself, Everton Blender said that. We no afraid, we no see no one where we afraid of. Blessed love, Rastafari.
Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police Channel. To our loyal viewers, subscribers and Patreon member. At the channel, we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because they save lives. This is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives at this channel. We at the channel aid criminals with a passion and do not want them over here. We do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you to go to prison or the departure lounge at Madden. Moving on to today's video. Yes, as you know, if you have been a member of the Jamaica Young Police channels, for over the years, you would have heard that we have been telling you that's the biggest enemy of the Jamaican people are the media houses. They are the one that have been using their platform to encourage the Jamaican people to commit crimes. And all of this started from 1972. And I've been telling people. So everything that I have said to the audience over the years have been coming to fruition. And now that you see that even the current government is complaining about the media houses. But before we even delve down into the media houses, to show you that the enemies of the people, and you can see it, and you can point, we're not being, we're just being honest. So we have a white man who was born in England, not a Jamaican, and then we have a white man now who's in charge of the Jamaican Gleaner by the name of Matalon, Joseph Matalon. We want to wonder, Jamaican people always, these people own so many lands. In Jamaica, yes, the Matalons. Their family own a construction company in Wiccan, West Indies home contractors. So I have consistently urged the Jamaican people, especially those from poor and marginalized communities, to open their eyes to the harsh reality and truth. The media houses in this country are the most dangerous and effective enemies of the Jamaican poor. These media outlets, which many relied on for information, are not neutral. They serve the interest of the elite, perpetuating narratives that protect the wealthy and powerful while keeping the poor in a cycle of ignorance and dependency. So before we delve further into the role of these media giants, let's take a closer look at one of Jamaica's wealthiest families, the Matalons. The Matalons are a well-known and influential family. How did they come to this vast tracts of lands across Jamaica? It is no secret that the Matalons are one of the largest landowners in Jamaica, and it is crucial to examine the dynamics behind such leadership. I remember back in the 1990s, Anthony B, a Rastaman, did music about them, and boy, them banned the music off our radio. I tell you, it was a good music. Yeah, so you can search for it. I don't even know if them remove it from them catalog or yet to remove it. Because you have to understand that they control the narrative, and they determine what you can hear. And this is one of the media houses, the Jamaican, that have been for decades trying using the media to desensitize the Jamaican people for them to normalize rear admiral behavior in Jamaica, along with a paid Jamaican journalist, Dan Jackson Miller, by NPR, our American company in DC. They said it more than a decade ago that she's one of their paid operative in Jamaica to use the media to desensitize the Jamaican people for them to accept the Rear Admiral lifestyle and promote it, destroying black people, you understand, destroy them mentally. Yes. So the family, yeah man, the Matalons, it is no secret that the Matalons are one of the largest landowners in Jamaica, and it is crucial to examine the dynamics behind such ownership. These families have Jewish heritage, and like many elite families, they have built their wealth and power over generations. However, if you carefully analyze the makeup of these wealthy and elite circles, you will find one glaring omission: black people. Yeah. So in black people, yeah, you will not find a black people in the elites family. Reason being, they make sure them keep them blood pure and just make sure that only thing the black people them have are gangs, illiteracy and ignorance. So them keep voting against their own interests and tell them for criminality is the way. And then after a while, them put it in a perspective. So and Gleaner make it a lure for them to gravitate toward this lifestyle. And at the end, guess what? I departure lounge or prison. So why is it that black Jamaicans, the majority of this country, are consistently excluded from the economic upper class? Why do we not see black families enjoying the same level of wealth and influence as families like the Matalons? This is not by accident. There are systems in place deeply rooted in Jamaican colonial past. And the PNP criminal organization is one of them who continue this cycle. That continue to privilege certain groups while keeping black Jamaicans at the bottom. These systems are upheld by media houses that distort the truth, pacify the massive with distractions, and ensure that real issues, inequality, land ownership, and the exclusion of black Jamaicans from wealth are never front and center. Reason being, you just tell them, say, yeah, kill off one another and become dons, gang leaders, murderers, and put them on pedestal and political platform, desensitize the people them and say, this is a way for black people. While you're not seeing no white people up there as criminals are black people. And black people love that because, yeah, cartel, stammer, terror, Isaac Buchanan, the Rear Admiral, Buju Banton, the convicted court dealer, and I can go on and on. Media narratives often paint a picture of progress, but the truth is the gap between the rich and the poor, especially between black Jamaicans and the elite, remains as wide as ever. So when you hear our news stories or see headlines that seem to only scratch the surface of our country's problem, ask yourself, who benefits from this narrative? Ask yourself that. The media is not on the side of the poor, never. They are protecting the interests of the wealthy, ensuring that the status quo remain unchanged. And the wealthiest in this country, the Matalons and others like them, are more than happy to maintain that status quo. So the time has come for the people of Jamaica to wake up and recognize who their real enemies are. It's not just the politicians or the criminals in the streets. It's the media houses that serve the elites, keeping the poor oppressed and the rich untouchable. The future of this country depends on breaking this cycle and demanding accountability from those who have held power for far too long without including the majority of Jamaicans in the prosperity. So if you notice, the only thing that the white people have given to black people in Jamaica, guess what? Criminality. Yeah, so the only thing that black people won in Jamaica are gangs. And we know that gangs destroy lives. So you notice the other day at the PNP criminal organization criminal conference, all they put out there was black people who are criminals. Because that is what they want to show the youth. This is what we want you to be, criminals. Yes, convicted court dealers, go to prison and live like a pig. You shit, eat, piss, and do everything in your cell. And Rear Admiral as Isaac Buchanan, yeah, you bend backwards, and then you understand what I'm saying. I don't know how the jig go, but that's how it is. You understand, cause and then you get called from the opposition leader, Baby Chum, telling it, men, yeah man, men and men, man and man, yeah, say, yeah, happy anniversary. And them desensitize the people. And that don't move the same, because them know that the PMP criminal organization supporters and activists are dummies. Them can't think. You understand? So when I was growing up as a little boy in Jonestown, Kingston 12, in the early 1970s, the media landscape in Jamaica was much simpler, yet far more insidious than many realize. At the time, there were only two radio stations that dominated the airwaves. Radio Jamaica, that are RGR, and the Jamaica Broadcasting Corporation, JBC, both of which held immense influence over the public's perception of reality. But beneath the surface of this seemingly innocent media setup was a battle for the soul and future of the Jamaican people, especially the poor. Because majority of people in Jamaica who listen to the radio are poor people. A majority of the Jamaican people are poor people, overall. Majority. So my parents, particularly my mother, always had a clear warning for us children. She would say, if you want to become a criminal, just listen to me, If you want to become a criminal, listen to JBC. In the 70s that, You understand? My mother said that. If you want to become a criminal, listen to JBC. JBC was a state-owned station under the control of the Jamaican government. And during that time, none other than Michael Manley was Prime Minister. Manley was beloved by the poor, managed to win their hearts with his charismatic leadership and promises of upliftment. However, my mother, like many others who saw through the facade, understand that beneath the surface, Manley was pushing a destructive agenda. He was not just a politician with radical ideas. He was, in many ways, an ideological warrior attempting to turn Jamaica into a communist outpost aligned with the Soviet Union, now Russia, USSR. Most of you who are listening don't even know anything about the USSR. When them used to compete in a politics, or sports, you see them have it's in a red CCCP. Yeah, that's what it's all about. You understand? So JBC became Manley's mouthpiece, a platform where the state's propaganda was spoon-fed to the masses under the guise of news and education. The station was notorious for spinning narrative to suit the political ambitions of the government. It downplayed the violence that was being imported into Jamaica as Manley courted ties with socialist regimes and revolutionary groups. It's presented a false reality where the political violence that engulfed communities, the rise in criminality, and the breakdown of social order were never connected to the government's destructive policies. Instead, it portrayed these things as isolated incidents, keeping the population in the dark about the larger forces at play. The people, many of them poor and desperate for change, gobble up the lies as if they were gospel truths. JBC's ability to manipulate the narrative gave the government unchecked control over the minds of the people. On the other hand, there was RGR, privately owned station, which my parents insist we listen to. My mother went to great lengths to ensure that we didn't stray into JBC dangerous broadcast. She cut the cord that allowed us to change the dial on our transistor radio. Yeah. So we were effectively locked into RGR. It wasn't just a matter of preference. This was a battle for our minds, and she knew it. While JBC was peddling destructive and aligning itself with a dangerous political agenda. RJR play conscious music and were more balanced content that gave us hope, inspiration, and a sense of decency. The music, the programs, and the voices that came through RJR's broadcasts were in stark contrast to JBC sensationalism. RJR sought to uplift, whereas JBC seemed to intent and dragging us into chaos. So at the time, there was only one television station in Jamaica. JBC again, yes. It had a specific sign on and signed off time. And my mother would occasionally allow us to watch it. Watch cartoon and on weekend, you watch Ring Ding with Miss Lou, yes. So even though the TV was a powerful medium, she understand that its power could also be dangerous, especially under the influence of state-controlled network like JBC. This early experience taught me a valuable lesson about the role of media in shaping society. So over the years, I have seen how these media houses have consistently undermined the values and well-being of the Jamaican people, especially the poor. The media plays a crucial role in the normalization of crime and the vilification of the police. This has been an ongoing issue, particularly over the past 3 decades under the influence of the People's National Party, which I believe evolved into a criminal organization that has embraced a destructive agenda, often disguised as social justice. So yeah, the PNP has been very, very successful in creating various agency and entity under the guise and NIA, Jamaican for Justice, which are part of the PNP. Because them never criticize the PNP. But most Jamaicans don't know that because them can't read. And even our police officers, they don't even realize that the symbols on all these agencies are part of the PNP. So when we call them out and they say, wait, people didn't even say that because they know that. Let us put it right in front of you because they know that most of you are dummies. Even intelligent people too, them see it, but them not even realize, them not think. So that's why as a detective now, all of these things, all I traits them that I have, that was imparted to me growing up. Even, you understand, even as a police officer, that's how I'm able to decipher things and discern, and then I can explain what I have seen. So media houses have convinced many in the poorer communities that crime is a normal behavior, even a justifiable response to their circumstances. They have turned criminals into folk heroes and portrayed the police as enemies of the people, fostering an environment where lawlessness thrives. This narrative, perpetuated day in and day out, has a devastating effect on Jamaican society. So we are seeing the results today in the high crime rates, the distrust of law enforcement, and the continued disenfranchisement of the poor. The media is just an observer of Jamaican society. It is an active participant in shaping it. They have complicit in the rise of violence and breakdown of social order by continuously promoting messages that glorify criminality and undermine the institution meant to protect the people. And this is what they do now. Anytime police kill somebody in them black road, they're the first one there because they want views. By doing that, they're helping promoting the criminality because they're giving them a voice to be heard by the other people them in Jamaica for them to get sympathy. But we over at the Jamaica, we don't serve sympathy, coffee, tea, breakfast, lunch or dinner. Everything are the harsh, real mama, papa truth. You understand? Yes. So they have been complicit in the rise of violence and the breakdown of social order by continuously promoting messages that glorify criminals and undermine institutions meant to protect the people. So you have people like the Dion Jackson, Miller, and all of these people, and Joseph Matalon. These are people that hate poor people, poor black people. Matalon is a white man, so he don't care about black people. They must all care. Remember, all them do, they are capitalists and pretend to be socialists. You understand? That we have never seen anything like that. And the desensitization of our people, normalizing decadent behavior. And as you have seen with the media houses, you see how they came out at the PNP criminal conference. Yeah, man, for for the PNP, they brought out entertainment report and all of these media to put a spin on it to celebrate criminality. Yeah, man, you see it on the platforms. Entertainment report, you see a man by the name of Stammer Terror. That's how the real brains behind the Klansman gang. This is a man who have construction company. This is a man who have club and all of these things. And this is a man responsible for killing a whole heap of people from Gube all the way to town, East Kingston. Even a youth that I know on him thing in the market. I know say he's the one that responsible for the killing of Marky. He not literally have to squeeze the trigger, but he's the one that gave Marky, James Symes kill Marky. And I said before, I know James Symes. Yes, I know him very well. He's deceased, and Carl Bittians, he's even his cousin. And I knew them through a guy by the name of Raymond Go West. We grew up together. Yes, Babes, that is Go West father. Just live close to we there in a Waterford. A ugly man. Yes. So they do this honor these guys have given voice to the voiceless, but in reality they are giving platform to destruction. So in time them allow the people, them in time police kill criminals, and they are allowing them to demonstrate and come on the TV and with placard. Them a give them a platform for destruction. So once them now getting the coverage and them thing, that's minimize them. So them know saying time police kill criminals, there's no need for them to go out there. So they're not getting any attention. So numerous videos on my channel, I have warned my audience about the dangers posed by the media and its destructive narrative. The poor in particular have been the primary victims of this manipulation. The media has succeeded in distorting their view of world, creating a culture where crime is celebrated and those who seek to uphold the law are demonized. This toxic environment has been nurtured and allowed to fester for decades, and the consequences are all around us. It's time for the Jamaican people to wake up to the reality of how the media is used to control them, keep them in poverty, and ensure that they remain in a cycle of violence and despair. The media houses are not innocent purveyors of information. They are the powerful institutions that shape the very fabric of our society. And right now, they are doing so in a way that benefit the elite and keeps the poor oppressed. So if we are to change the future of Jamaica, we must first change the way we understand and engage the media. They are enemy of the people, So we wanted to listen to this video. Yeah, man, we see it circulate all over on the internet. So you watch, you listen, and you decide. This is something that we have been saying, for a very, very long time. And now you can see that these people that the government now after day are complaining about them. So you watch, you listen, and you decide.
Jamaica Gleaner hate the Jamaica Labor Party? And why does the Gleaner run so many false and misleading stories about the government of Prime Minister Andrew Holness? Why does the so-called old lady of North Street place the worst possible spin on stories about the JLP government? Here is the answer. The chairman of the Jamaica Gleaner editorial board is Joseph Matalon. Matalon is among PNP president Mark Golding's closest friends. Matalon endorsed Golding for the presidency of the PNP.
All of this, for me, makes Mark Golding the right candidate. What? At the right time.
He is using the Gleaner's editorial and story content in an attempt to make the PNP win the next election. Among the Gleaner's senior writers are PNP activists Edmund Campbell, Jovan Johnson, Corey Robinson, and Laverne Barrett. All four are on the payroll of the PNP. Barrett is a journalist for hire. Campbell, Johnson, and Robinson are devout comrades. Frances is the ex-girlfriend of former PNP Deputy General Secretary Basil Waite. Beyond her association to Waite, she is an avowed and committed PNP supporter. This is widely known in the media community. Additionally, Erica Virtue, who had an intimate relationship and a child for former radical PNP General Secretary Paul Burke, is among the chief content producers at the Gleaner. These are among the reasons why the Jamaica Gleaner tells so many lies on the government of the Jamaica Labor Party. The Gleaner cannot be trusted to be fair to the government with a year to go before a general election is constitutionally due.
Yeah, so now that you have watched that video in which, you hear the Jamaica Labour Party government, 2024 complain about the media houses. So fast forward to October 2024, and we see that the Jamaica Labour Party government in a fierce battle with the media, accusing them of spreading propaganda designed to destabilize the country. The primary focus of this attack is the Jamaican Gleaner, led by a white man who has become notorious for his underhanded tactics. This individual, who claims to be a Jamaican by birth, is weaponizing the Gleaner to advance a political agenda that serves his British-born friend Mark Golding, who infamously dubbed Baby Trump. Golding, leader of the PMP LGBTQ plus criminal organization, is positioning himself to seize power, and the Gleaner is playing a pivotal role in this deceitful campaign. And the reason why we're telling you this is that you have heard, those of you who are conscientious and patriotic would have heard a man by the name of Herbert Nelson on this channel over 3 hours telling us of the plot by the PMP criminal organization led by Baby Trump to dismantle the Jamaican government and seize power through the men like former FBI agent Wilfred Rattigan, who is a traitor to Jamaican people, Wayne Ugly, Rupert Francis and the likes. These are people who are traitors. They will sell Jamaica for 30 pieces of silver. And they're doing it for a white man who was born in England, not a Jamaican by birth. So the primary focus of this attack is the Jamaican Gleaner. So they are the ones that are in bed with the traitors them against Jamaica. Because, it benefit the white man like Matalon. So them get contract from the government. Because in every country, the richest entities are always the government. Because the government are the one that, that's where people put them out in the trough. Because that's where most of the food at. Yes. So the Gleaner lies and misinformation are not random. They are not a part. They are a part of a calculated effort to destabilize the Jamaican government. It is no coincidence that the same media house has remained silent on critical issues regarding this foreign-born figure. Mark Golding, aka Baby Trump, to this day, there has not been a single article demanding that Golding, who claims to be Jamaican by birth, provide his birth certificate as proof. So this is a glaring omission, considering the same media house has relentlessly pursued Prime Minister Andrew Holness, constantly trying to discredit him with unfounded allegations of corruption. As we tell you before and we say it again, I want to carry no balls in a guy. This is the least corrupt government we have in Jamaica since 1989. The least. And we should have said, when it comes to corruption, yeah, them far, far better than the other government them from 89. We are telling you that. The only problem we have with them is with the FLA. FLA are one of the most corrupt agencies at Jamaica. Trust me. And it led by the Prime Minister, wife's friend. And we don't believe in nepotism and cronyism. Give it back to the police. Stop create jobs for people, for political activists. And then, this exorbitant rising fee for, for the gun, for renew people gun. Anyway, we soon get to that and them things. So we just a continue journey. Sometimes at times, we go off in a tangent because I just saw my mind work. I would have speak from my mind, You understand? Yeah, I just saw it go. We're not an organ robot or, you understand what I'm saying? We can't think, so, our brain work. You understand? So, the Gleaner, the Gleaner has gone out of its way to smear wholeness without even acknowledging key details, such as the fact that the Integrity Commission did not attach a forensic report to their findings and the Prime Minister's statutory declaration. Obviously, over here, we are all about the truth, So if them have these people who do a forensic reports overseas, and to date, guess what? Them say, boy, wait, how comes the forensic report is missing half the file? No, them say that. Because the forensic report that show you so many things and expose them lies by the Integrity Commission. So that's why the Integrity Commission have no integrity. You understand? Yes, them not have none. So they also fail to mention why the investigation into illness took 3 years and who conducted the forensic analysis. Them not tell you that. Them not ask you that. No accountability because they are on a political campaign for the PNP criminal organization for come now to finally destroy Jamaica. They are elevate criminality now and now rear admiral behavior. So they want to turn it in a terrorist paradise. So we know if you try those and good mind in Jamaica have to try now to save Jamaica from these people. But I not you want to believe it, the next election are gonna be bitter, bloody. So they also feel to it mention why. Yeah man, why the investigation for only take 3 years. 3 years. And them not come up with anything. They make a recommendation and they investigate. The person would have made the recommendation. No, you can't. Or if you charge a man for him mother, and him father put him name on their bank account when he was a baby. And him not even know that his name was there. And they want to arrest and they want to charge him for that. So the Integrity Commission have no integrity. The Gleaner to this day don't even address the man named Ryan Evans, who failed to give the police a statement after he was shot and robbed by one of his cronies and realized that 2 men them shot him know them. PNP LGBTQ plus gunmen. The Gleaner do not even have one article about it and address that. But still every day them tell pure lies about the Jamaica Labour Party government under the leadership of Andrew Wallace. We don't believe in a smear campaign, we believe in a truth. And that's one of the main reasons why we're totally we're totally against the PNP. They're very, very destructive. They don't believe in the truth. They have smear yours truly, tell lie upon me and them thing, and dummies believe. You understand? So if all the things them hear and there's no corroboration, then I believe in that. Them just everything them just run with them ear because them are dummies. You understand? So the silence is deafening. The media failure to demand transparency from Mark Golding as a baby chump while simultaneously attacking wholeness is a clear indicator of their bias. It is evident that this is not just about reporting the news. This is about shaping the future of Jamaica to suit the interests of the privileged few. People like Joseph Matalon, entrenched in the upper echelons of Jamaican society, are not concerned with the well-being of black majority in Jamaica. They are focused on maintaining their power and wealth, if it means supporting a political coup that could plunge the country into chaos. They not even tell the Jamaican people about the guy that came to Jamaica, Guy Philippi, to kill the Prime Minister. And it's on the channel. You hear the man talking. He was brought to Jamaica by a drug dealer named Tiliba. Mark Golding and Peter Bunting have knowledge of it too. To assassinate the Prime Minister. The recording is on this channel. Was forwarded to them. They don't do anything about it. The Jamaican people must wake up to the reality that these elites and their media pawns are not their allies. The Gleaner, the Matalons, and those who manipulate the media from behind the scenes are working in tandem to keep the poor oppressed while preserving the interests of the rich. Their loyalty is not to Jamaica, but to their class and foreign connections. Incredibly, while the Gleaner refused to hold Baby Trump accountable, it's also chosen to ignore direct evidence that point to the efforts to destabilize Jamaica from abroad. Operatives in the United States, including former FBI agent Wilfred Rattigan, a traitor, Herbert Nelson, a traitor, Wayne Uglesom, a traitor, and Rupert Francis, a traitor, are working behind the scenes to funnel resources using dirty tactics to undermine the GLP government. These men are actively plotting to destabilize Jamaica, yet the Gleaners refuse to expose them, despite being handed evidence of their treacherous activities. Instead of fulfilling their journalistic duty to inform the public, the media houses in Jamaica have aligned themselves with the sinister agenda. They are silent on the dangerous efforts of the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization under the leadership of Baby Chum. Mark Golding to overthrow the government. They refuse to inform the public that the PNP LGBTQ plus criminal organization A party now linked to the LGBTQ plus movement and criminal organizations is actively working overtime to undermine Jamaica's stability. Where's the loyalty of these media bosses? Where is their sense of duty to the Jamaican people? Their silence is not just cowardice, it's complicity. By failing to expose the truth, they are aiding and abetting the enemies of the Jamaican people. These media houses, their executive and their minions have no interest in seeing Jamaican prosper. They are a part of a larger plot to ensure that the black majority remain under the thumb of the elite class that see them as tools for a political game. So them regard the poor people them as them see them as dummies and idiots, and them call them all kind of names. So the time has come for Jamaicans to recognize that these media houses, for what they truly are, the enemies of the people. They have chosen side, and it's not with the people of Jamaica. Their loyalty lies with foreign interest, with elites who care nothing for the future of this country, and with a corrupt political party pretending, which is a criminal organization determined to destroy what remains of Jamaica's sovereignty. The evidence of their treachery is clear, yet they continue to bury it, hoping that the public remains ignorant of the truth. But we can no longer afford to be blind by their manipulations. Jamaicans must stand up and demand accountability, not just from their politicians, but from the media houses that have betrayed them at every turn. The future of Jamaica depends on exposing these enemies. In conclusion, the Jamaican people must recognize the true role of that media houses, like the Jamaican Gleaner, play in shaping the political and social landscape. These institutions, far from being neutral, are acting in the public interest, are often complicit in promoting the agenda of the elite and foreign interests by spreading misinformation, sowing division, and refusing to hold certain powerful figures accountable. They have undermined the very fabric of Jamaica's democracy. The current situation, where the media is actively working to destabilize the government to install Baby Trump, a foreign-born figure with questionable allegiance, as Prime Minister, is not just a political issue, it's a national crisis. The silence from these media outlets on critical issues and their refusal to expose treachery from within and outside of the country shows that they are not serving the Jamaican people, but rather protecting the interests of a privileged few. The time has come for Jamaicans to take control of their narrative and demand honesty and integrity from both their government and the media. The poor and the working class majority must not be misled by those who seek to maintain their power through manipulation and deceit. It is crucial that we see the media outlets for what they are, instruments of the elites working against the interests of the people. Only by standing up and challenging these forces can Jamaica move forward. A future of true independence, justice, and equality for all. Remember, majority of the black people in Jamaica are black people. And we allow ourselves to be manipulated by a big belly white guy. We're born in England. And now another white guy at Jamaica Gleaner. Black people, you know, say we lost. You know, say we enemies them at work. Overtime for destroy we. Have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica Young Police Channel out.